Okay, so I feel like I have to do a review on this book just because I did one for Matched. So this is, so I think already went over it. I have the box set trilogy of the Matched trilogy by Ali Condie. And I don't know what it is, but also the covers help. Um, I've always loved this series. Like, I haven't read it since middle school and high school. And so I felt like I didn't know what else to read. And so I felt like what better way to like reconnect with my childhood and to read something that I really enjoyed. Um, I didn't read Cross. I mentioned this in my last video, I think. I didn't read Cross because I was reading a little bit of it and then I was like, I remember it wasn't my favorite and I didn't really care for it. I already read it before, so it's fine to skip it. I already know what happens. But then when I read Reached, it's going to be hard for me to remember what happened because it's already been 2 weeks since I finished reading this. But then when I read Reached, like something about Reached. So the reason I skipped right to Reached was first because I didn't like Crossed. Well, I didn't really care for it. But Reached, I remember it being very, very different from what I just finished reading 2 weeks ago. And this is what the spine looks like. It's in the back. This is how it looks in the box set, the hardcover box set. This one's a big book. It's like 500 pages. But the font is pretty big, so you can get through it pretty easily. I don't know what it is, but this kind of felt like a completely different book from what I remember reading back in middle school. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like really weird. It was really, really good, and it really just focused on this virus. Like, it was so crazy. I don't remember any of this, to be honest. I just remember it being very different in my head when I first read it. It's so interesting, like rereading a book and then like it's completely different than what you remember it. It was still really good. Like, I remember it being like the best one. It's not the best one. Matched is the best one. But it's still really, really good, and it's a pretty good conclusion. So, spoiler alert. So basically, there is let me see if I can remember this correctly. It's already been like 2 weeks. So basically, I know her name is supposed to be pronounced Kasia, the author said, but I prefer Cassia. I don't know why, it just like rolls off the tongue better. Kasia, like, what? No, it's Cassia. I know, I don't care. Okay, so she basically is the one that set up, we've come to find out that she is basically the one that set up Kai in the matching pool back in the first book, because the society made her take the red pill and she forgot her memories of that. And so like the officials didn't even know like who it was that caused this like anomaly in the matching pool of having Kai in there when he's an anomaly, or I forgot if he was an aberration or anomaly, but I think it's anomaly. And so it was her all along. She had taken the red pill. She's not immune to it. And then Xander is off doing his own thing, feeling spiteful and just like down in the dumps that he's not with Cassia. Meanwhile, Kai is out with some other girl, not in that sense, but out with some other girl in the outer provinces, or I forgot where they were. I already forgot. But anyways, whatchamacallit, he basically becomes, so, okay, I feel like there's just so much going on here. Shoot. So there's this old story, like in the society or whatever, in this rebellion, that there's going to be like a pilot with a capital P that like kind of saves everyone. He's kind of like the savior. So this rebellion, I already forgot what the rebellion was called. What the hell? So this rebellion that's against the society, basically like has this cure for this virus that they plan to unleash into the water, and poisoning everyone, blah, blah, blah. And their idea was to poison so many of the people that the society cannot save everyone, and then it kind of makes the populace lose trust in their government or in their society with a capital S. Um, so they look to other resources such as this rebellion because they somehow have the cure. Like, I don't know how that was gonna work out, but like, wouldn't the people have noticed that? Like, wait, how did you have a cure so fast or a vaccine when, like, who even are you? You know, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I get it, but then like it doesn't make sense if like the people are questioning it. Like, you know, like, how do you have a cure for that? Like, so suddenly, like, that makes no sense, and it's very sketchy. You know. So I don't know how that was gonna work out with people that obviously have like a logical brain. But anyways, that was that, and then turns out, like, shocker, that the virus mutates and creates mutations, and then the cure can't even stop it, and then they have like these red scratches and red marks, and then the red marks behind your neck mean that you had the virus, but that you had the first virus, and that you now have antibodies for it, so you cannot get the mutations for some reason somehow. And so everyone that does not have those two dots is compromised, I guess, to have the virus, and they're probably not going to survive it. It's like a very deadly virus. Anyways, all of that happened. And then, what else happened? There's a lot of poetry involved. There's a lot of prose involved. I like the writing. It's so simple. Like, there's not even like very many big words in here, yet it's still so profound. Like, I don't know how Ali does it, but it's just so good. It's so simple, but so good and complex still in the best way. So Cassia ends up with Kai, duh. And then she doesn't end up with Xander. Xander ends up basically with that other girl that he's been with. And because he just feels like he lost her, and he's just really upset that they didn't end up together. And I wish they ended up together. I wish they did. You know what? You know what's weird? This book and Vampire Diaries, I don't remember the books, but I know the TV show. She ends up with Damon, right, Elena? This book does not go how I wanted it to go. I want her to be with Xander. I feel like she needs to be with Xander. And I feel like Elena should be with Stefan. The only book that got it right with the love triangle was Twilight. I'm telling you, you like Taylor Lautner. You do not like Jacob, okay? Let's just get that clear. You like Taylor Lautner. You don't like Jacob. I am glad that Bella ends up with Edward and not with Jacob. I know. I'm talking about the characters, not the actors. Oh, people forget that. Like, it's so frustrating. Like, of course you're going to want to choose Taylor Lautner over Robert Pattinson. But, like, I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know. But definitely Bella was meant to be with Edward. Like, duh. Okay. So this is how I feel with that. It, like, really upsets me. And, like, how Katniss is supposed to be with Peeta and not Gale. Like, if she was with Gale, like, it just wouldn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? This is how I feel with this one. Like, no, she's not supposed to be with Kai. Like, she's supposed to be with Xander. Like, come on. I don't like that. This is the only thing I don't like. But in my mind, she's with Xander. Who cares? Anyways, and they lived happily ever after. So they kind of destroy the system. And it's basically all about them, whatchamacallit. It's all about them really just finding a cure for this new mutation. And so if that doesn't interest you, then maybe don't read it. But it was pretty interesting to read. This is why I like the first book so much more, because it really focuses on, like, the society and, like, the love aspects of it and, like, the politicalness of it. It's just, like, really, really cool. It's really, really cool and cold. Like, it's cool and cold. I don't know how to explain it. But that was that. I don't know what else to say about this. Like, it was good. I'm done with it. And I'm really glad I reread it. Because it was very different. This is how the words look. Oh. If you want to know what the words look like inside. It's very big. Yeah, like, you can fit a lot in there. Okay. So that's that. I don't know what else to say, but I love this series so much. I wish I can direct it and film it. I just love the cover so much. They're so cute. What else? Okay, so after I read that, I was like, what am I going to read now? Like, I really don't have nothing to read. So what I'm reading is, it's a spiritual ET book, and then we're probably going to do a review on it. However, I don't know when that review is going to come up because I have like 40 pages left to read. I've been like, this past weekend, I've been like really reading it. Like, whoa, like you guys are really in for it. And for those of you who follow me that love my ET and spiritual videos, you guys, I watch like that stuff on YouTube and Gaia like every day. So just because I'm not reading books about it does not mean I'm like shut off from it. Trust me, like there is so much content I'm consuming on YouTube and on Gaia because I have the Gaia membership, and there is just so much to learn. Like there is just so much, like it's overwhelming. And this book that I'm reading right now, I had started it like several months ago, like 20 pages of it, and then I stopped. I don't know what for. I guess I wasn't like internally psychically ready for it, but now I like really am, and it's just like flowing through me like a river. It's just like going through my body, and it's just like, whoa, it's crazy. So we're going to touch on that. If not next week, then the week after. I'm going to try to do a video on that because there are so many life-changing, multi-dimensional like stuff that you guys need to know. That would be like a perfect way to like end the year. And then there's a book 2 and a book 3 to that, and the book 2 and book 3 are even bigger than the first one, and it's already so much reading the first one because like the content is so dense, and so like I kind of have to like take a little bit of breaks between reading it. But yeah, I'm gonna finish that so that you guys can get that. But after I read that book, I don't know if I'm gonna jump into the second one right after, because if not, I don't know what else to read. I still have to read The Circle. I don't know if I'm gonna read that next month. I want to read A Court of Wings and Ruin, but like I don't know if I want to like read a 600, 700 page book right now. But like I don't know what else to read. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know what else to read. So I don't know if I should read A Court of Wings and Ruin or not. Like I don't know what else to read. I don't know what else to read. And I don't want to have to go to Barnes & Noble right now because it's just like a zoo. It's going to be like a zoo because of the holidays. So, oh wait, but I think they have like 50% off right now, so I might actually go. I don't know what else to read. Guys, I'm still selling a ton of books. I've literally sold like one in the past like 6 months. Like, please help me get rid of them. They're on my Poshmark. My Poshmark is my first name, Ben, middle initial M as in Mary, and then my last name, ABAROA. Please buy them. Please buy them. I need space for more new books, and the ones that I'm selling, like, I don't feel like I need to keep them with me. It's not that I didn't like them. Some of them I didn't, but it's not that I didn't like them. It's just that like I don't really have a reason to have them. So please help me get rid of those. I'm basically selling them for like half off. Like, come on now. And I treat my books perfect, so they're in excellent condition. So please buy those. And they're also on my Facebook Marketplace if you're local to Vegas. If that's better and you want to just do that, by all means, they're on there. So please buy them from me. If you want any comic books, like ask me. Like I'm also selling individual copies. I have not posted those on Poshmark or Facebook Marketplace. I've posted some paperbacks, like volumes, but not the single issues. If you want single issues, if you want me to sell you like a Scarlet Witch series or a Doctor Strange series, like I'll literally sell it to you, but just don't give me a dumb lowball offer, please. And so, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I wish I can direct that Matched movie. Like, is it ever going to come out? If it doesn't, then I hope I can direct it. I have no credibility to direct that movie, but someone help me get into it. Help me get into it so I can direct it. I have the perfect vision. I have the perfect vision. I will never stop. I will never shut up about it. Like, I love Matched so much by Ali Condie, and I just know I'm like meant to direct that movie. Like, I've already directed it in my head. I already know what it looks like. I've already seen it play through, and it's just like perfect. So I don't know. I can dream, right?